I welcome you all to this session on liquidation of company. As the name indicates that the liquidation in the sense winding up or closing down. So far in corporate accounting or company accounts, you had problems as well as discussions on formation of company and issue of shares and debenture transactions, redemption of shares, and final account or financial statements of corporates or companies. And in previous uh, chapters, maybe amalgamation absorption, that is in consolidation or business combination cases. In this module 3, you study about the closing down or winding up of companies. The company, as you know, which is formed as per the constitution, and the constitution forms three parts. One is the prospectus, which is a bound book which gives the details about the company. When company does not prepare prospectus, a statement in lieu of prospectus comprising major clauses has to be prepared, and a copy has to be submitted to the registrar company along with the other documents for the purpose of registration. Another one is articles of association. As you know, it is a document which gives various rules to monitor and control the relationship between company, an artificial person in one hand, and its owners in another hand. And third one is a memorandum of association. Memorandum of association is another document to monitor and control the relationship between company in one side and all other stakeholders other than owners or shareholders, and it consists of 6 clauses, as you know. So a company, if fails to follow this, it means when it ultraviolates the provisions of memorandum of association, court, now it is tribunal may order for closure. So winding up may be even for long sustained loss. When company earns a huge loss over the year and it could not make good its loss, it may decide. Or sometimes insolvent company in the sense a company whose liabilities are more than assets. Even the solvent company having a reason for the closure, the owner, in the sense shareholders, may decide to close down even if it is a solvent and performing well. So first, the meaning, as you know, the Companies Act 2013 hasn't used the term liquidation, whereas it uses a term winding up. And you know, company is an artificial person which is created by law. Therefore, law alone can dissolve or close it. Liquidation company, which is also called as I told, winding up of company, may be defined as the process through which the affairs of the company are stopped for the purpose of liquidation or closing down. For an officer called, you see, to look after the process of closing down or winding up, and to collect all documents, titles, including assets, and sell them, realize and discharge liabilities. An expert who is authorized and competent, I can say, will be appointed, and it's called a liquidator. So liquidator is one who is given the responsibility of settling down accounts on liquidation or closing down. So when company closes down its business, the liquidator will list out all the assets, takes possible steps to realize them. Out of the proceeds realized, cash realized, he will be entitled for certain remuneration as agreed, and expenses also you can deduct, and the amount remaining or surplus we use to pay off outside liabilities first. If there is a surplus of asset after paying outside liability, it will go to owners or members. So now let us discuss about modes of winding up as per section 270 of Companies Act under chapter 20. The modes of winding up specified earlier to the amendment in 2013, it was called as compulsory winding up by law. Now it is called winding up by the tribunal. A tribunal will be constituted for the resolution of the issue of winding up as per section 271. Okay, first, winding up by the tribunal. Winding up by the tribunal is known as compulsory winding up. According to section 271 of Companies Act 2013, the tribunal may order for the compulsory winding up. A company may, on petition under section 272, be wound up by the tribunal for the reasons like if the company is unable to pay off its debts, usually it is a symptom of insolvency. Then, if the company has by special resolution resolved that company be wound up by the tribunal, if the company has acted against the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, the country, the security of the state, the friendly relation with the foreign states, public order, decency or mortality. So these are when fails to do this or say attain. If the tribunal has ordered the winding up of the company under chapter 19, if an application made by the registrar or any other person authorized by the central government by notification under this act, the tribunal, when is of the opinion that the affairs of the company have conducted in fraudulent manner or unlawful or illegal or something against the public policy, or when the act of a company is detrimental to the interest of the public, then if the company has made a default in filing with the registrar its financial statements and annual reports immediately, registrar may not file a suit immediately. It will issue notices. Even after issuing such notices, if a company fails to submit the financial statements and any such returns or any such documents sought by the registrar, then if the tribunal is of the opinion that it is just and equitable, it feels that for certain reason it is good, then voluntary winding up, that is under section 304 of Companies Act 2013, under any circumstances the owners themselves, I mean shareholders themselves, may resolve. Condition like if a company in general meeting passes a resolution regarding the company to be wound up by voluntarily as a result of expiry of the period of its duration. Sometimes it may happen when company is formed for a certain year, when that year comes, or I can say when company completes the year of as fixed by the articles automatically, or then it is signed. Then if the company passes a special resolution that a company be wound up voluntarily for certain reason, there are two types of forms in voluntary winding up. One is members voluntary winding up, other one creditors voluntary winding up. As name says, member in its shareholders. When a company is solvent, as you know, solvency is the situation where assets are more than liability, means healthy. Company decide to wound up can be taken by members themselves without consulting creditors. A decision to wound up is in case of solvent, all creditors will get their claims back. So no question of their approval. Such a winding up is called members voluntary winding up. The other one, creditors voluntary winding up. It occurs in the absence of declaration of solvency. When company suffers a loss and insolvency is in the insolvency position, then definitely company will fail to pay dues to the creditors, that is a supplier of money and supplier of goods. Sometimes even it may due to the employees. Then such a creditors may hold a meeting. Creditor in the sense trade creditors for bills as well as supplier of goods or sometimes a loan providers, financiers, and resolve. And when creditors decide to wind up, they may appoint some person as a liquidator, or creditors nominee may be appointed as a liquidator even. So these are different forms or modes of winding up. One is compulsory winding up, that is winding up by tribunal. Other one voluntary. There are two part or types in voluntary. One is the members or shareholders voluntary winding up, solvent company, and creditors voluntary winding up, usual in case of insolvent companies. So next one is a liquidator. As said, when companies decide to close down, either tribunal makes an order for the closure or creditors brings a suit and serve a notice for closure. Sometimes in case of solvent company, members may decide voluntarily. In all these cases, a person who is expert in law and account will be appointed and he will be called as a liquidator. So whatever may be the mode of liquidation, one or more persons are required to be appointed, especially for conducting liquidation or winding up proceedings. Such a person need to perform certain functions like he realizes all the assets of the company. He collects amount due from contributors and shareholders, and he distributes the sale proceeds of assets of the company and the amount collected from the contributors, shareholders to settle the liabilities. This all about this session. Thank you.